Coming up on the Angus Report, growth in the use of AI in breeding programs.
Increases in beef export projections shed some positive light.
New dietary guidelines are unveiled.
The industry takes a step back in the waters of the U.S. debacle, and in case you missed it, the National Western Stock Show reimagined.
This is the Angus Report. Hello and welcome to the Angus Report. I'm Bob Cervera.
And I'm Crystal Albers.
Our top news this week. More cattle producers are using artificial insemination in their breeding programs. Brian House of Select Sires says there's growth in the AI business thanks to herd expansion and heifer retention, higher bull market prices, and adoption of synchronization programs, all leading to tighter calving windows and simpler herd management.
Rather than having a calving season that's spread out over a long period of time is making that calving season a little more concise and letting you manage those calves as a group. Having older calves at weaning is always a benefit because they're heavier. Uniformity in the calf crop because they're similar in age. It lets you use one bull on an entire group of cows. As our consumers become more and more educated and they know that they can buy products that are different, there's a lot of people out there that prefer to have the best. And Angus has been known for putting the best meat on the plate. And so in terms of quality, with the database that's available and some of the genetics that are there, it's a simple process to change a cow herd into something that's making the higher quality product.
USDA's January World Agricultural Supply and Demand estimates provide updated expectations for beef supplies and prices. Beef production for 2015 was revised up to 23.7 billion pounds. Production in 2016 was expected to increase by nearly 900 million pounds from last year at 24.6 billion pounds. Per capita consumption is expected to also be higher at 54.5 pounds per person due to increased production and lower anticipated prices. Beef exports for 2016 are expected to be 212 million pounds higher than a year ago. Positive news for beef cattle producers who've otherwise witnessed a rough start to 2016 markets.
The November data, which is the last we have, we still got one more month of data to come in and wrap up 2015, but we began to see the beef picture for trade really begin to change at the end of 2015. After strong imports for most of the year and coming out of 2014, those began to moderate pretty significantly at the end of 2015. Exports, on the other hand, were holding more steady. They haven't really increased and probably won't increase a lot in 2016, but we expect exports to be steady as opposed to being down significantly. Imports will be down significantly. So all in all, we'll see an improved trade picture in 2016.
In daily ranch responsibilities, trailer maintenance isn't usually a top priority. However, a University of Tennessee beef specialist reminds cattlemen to look at their equipment to ensure a better bottom line and properly and safely transport animals.
We need to sort our cattle out, be real conscious of all that. And again, we need to really take a close look at the equipment side of it too. As I previously indicated, it seems like we use a trailer, we park it, and then we go back and hook to it the next time we need it. And time gets away from us. I ask a lot of producers, how old are the tires on your trailer? What kind of shape is that floor in? So we want to maintain these trailers in as good a condition as we possibly can. And, you know, heck, that just helps the bottom line because we don't have to replace them. And also, we are going to be able to do a much better job when we're transporting the animals. You know, we got to keep our image up, and I think by transporting properly, that goes a long ways too. So, you know, we got to work in a lot of different areas rather than just focusing on one thing.
The USDA and Health and Human Services have released the 2015 dietary guidelines, reaffirming the role of lean beef in a healthy diet. The guidelines are updated every 5 years and encourage Americans to adopt healthful eating patterns with a variety of nutritious foods while limiting saturated fats, trans fats, added sugars, and sodium. The report serves as the foundation for federal nutrition policy. Although the Dietary Guidelines Advisory Committee initially included sustainability within its recommendations, the published guidelines that were ultimately adopted focus solely on science-based evidence for food nutrition and continue to include lean meat and poultry's important role in a healthy, balanced diet. The newly published dietary guidelines can be found at health.gov.
President Obama vetoed the Congress-passed joint resolution of disapproval of the EPA's Waters of the United States rule. Several industry organizations from across agriculture have voiced their disappointment in the president's veto, recognizing that the Environmental Protection Agency's heightened regulation of private lands will create challenges for the nation's farmers and ranchers. The Senate and House both passed Joint Resolution 22, suggesting the agency's rule extends beyond congressional intent under the Clean Water Act. Now the stage for litigation is set, with more than 30 states and countless stakeholders challenging the rule in the courts. Industry organizations like NCBA have noted they'll try to continue to pursue litigation and legislation to see the rule defeated. A temporary nationwide stay on WOTUS implementation remains in effect while the Sixth Circuit Court of Appeals considers jurisdiction.
The American Angus Auxiliary is inviting women from across the Angus industry and agriculture business to participate in its third Women Connected Conference, April 2nd through the 4th, at the Certified Angus Beef Education and Culinary Center in Wooster, Ohio. Applications to attend the event are available online and due February 15th, and we caught up with conference chair Ann Lampy about what's in store for the 3-day leadership event.
The American Angus Auxiliary is excited and proud to sponsor our third Women Connected Conference. It is sponsored by the Angus Foundation, and it is April 2nd through the 4th in Wooster, Ohio at Certified Angus Beef headquarters at their Education and Culinary Center. Our main goal is to bring together women of all ages that have an interest in Angus cattle, and that interest can be whether they're full-time farmers and ranchers themselves, whether they work alongside a family or a husband on a ranch, if they work outside of the ranch and in town or something like that, and also if they're mothers of juniors. So as long as you're interested in Angus cattle and you want to come together for some education and fun for a couple of days, we welcome you to apply.
We go now to Jen McCrell for all the news you need to know this week in the Angus business.
Thanks, Crystal. The National Western Angus Bull Sale is an annual highlight during Angus events at the National Western Stock Show in Denver, Colorado. The only sale managed by the American Angus Association, it's a unique opportunity to present bulls to a nationwide audience. And this year, Angus breeders consigned 46 bulls that averaged more than $8,000 per head, and the total sale grossed nearly $370,000. To view more of the sale report, visit the newsroom at angus.org, and you can browse upcoming catalogs for Angus sales online at angus.media. Ownership and entry deadlines are fast approaching for the National Western Angus Futurity and the Western Regional Junior Angus Show, which take place April 1st through the 3rd in Reno, Nevada. The deadline to sign up is Monday, February 15th, and you could submit entries online at njaa.info or on the Western National Futurity website, wnaf.org. The show is an annual tradition in the West that brings together a competitive lineup of registered Angus cattle. For more information on shows and events, visit angus.org. College students with an interest in the livestock business should submit their applications by this Friday, February 5th, to be considered for a summer internship with the American Angus Association. The member-driven organization provides internship opportunities through the Events and Education Department, Communications and Public Relations, and the Angus Journal editorial team. Visit angus.org for details on submitting an application. And that's what you need to know this week in the Angus business.
Thanks, Jenna. When the Angus Report returns, finding the best bull is relative.
And an entrepreneurial minute with Tom Field, director of a top ag institution that's fostering young business leaders.
Visit angus.org to continue watching this episode of the Angus Report.
The Angus Report is brought to you by Merck Animal Health. Why not prevent respiratory disease before it steals from your bottom line? Vista Once protects your calves with the most complete respiratory disease coverage available. And Vision Blackleg vaccines can add 14 pounds per calf at weaning. Contact your veterinarian or animal health supplier today.
This isn't a 9-to-5 job. So when you check the pants one last time, put away the tools, and make sure everything's ready to hand off to the night crew. It's not the clock that tells you the day is over. It's the confidence of knowing you got it right. It's having one less thing to worry about when the sun goes down. So when you see the signs of BRD, choose confidence. Choose Zuprevo from Merck Animal Health. Talk to your veterinarian about Zuprevo for BRD treatment.
Beef quality is everyone's responsibility, including yours. That's why the Checkoff-funded Beef Quality Assurance Program is key to your future. BQA, empowering people because you can make a difference, taking responsibility because it's our job, not someone else's, working together because product safety and wholesomeness is everyone's business. Find out more at bqa.org.
The greatest thing about business is relationships and building a family, a team. And that includes not only those that work directly at 44 Farms, but that team is so much bigger and that family is so much bigger because it includes our customers and those men and women that are out there working so hard to provide a great product for the ultimate consumer. We believe that together we can do great things. I'd like to personally invite you to join us on Saturday, February 27th at 11:30 for our spring bull sale at 44 Farms.
Did you know that 76% of millennials say they like to cook? Did you know that more than 50% of millennials say they don't know how to select beef at the grocery store or how to cook it right every time? Did you know 52% of millennials say they would rather go to a food festival than a music festival? While you're focused on managing your beef business, your Beef Checkoff is providing information that millennials need to make every beef eating experience a positive one. Get to know your checkoff at mybeefcheckoff.com.
A favorite time of the year is calving season, but along with that special time are dangers, extra stress, and increased labor. Safety Zone Calf Catchers is all about safety and making processing new calves easier. Designed for ATVs or UTVs, one person can do the job and never be threatened by the protective mother cow. Make this and every calving season safer and easier with Safety Zone Calf Catchers. Watch videos and customer testimonials or order yours today at safetyzonecalfcatchers.com. Immediate shipping available.
Deads, treatment costs, and poor performance. The combined effects of scours can add up to thousands of dollars per year. Protect your bottom line against these critical losses with Scour Boss. It's the only scours vaccine with the flexibility to administer at PregCheck with broad spectrum protection you won't find anywhere else. Contact your Elanco sales representative or visit scourboss.com to learn more about Scour's protection that delivers what others can't.
I use an AI service to increase the genetic potential of my herd. We're using top-notch bulls. There's no way I could afford to go buy the bulls that I'm using now without AI. I knew Shane would be somebody that could get the job done and provide me with the help that I needed to do a project like this. I AI myself, but there's no way that I could do 250 head in a project by myself, so I relied on Select Sires to help me fill that gap.
The GGP-LD, the most popular low-density genomic profile on the market, is now available for Angus. And at $45 per head, you can afford to test all your cattle. Plus, you can save even more time and money raising reputation seed stock. Put the GGP-LD profiler to work finding your best bull calves and the elite females that will brand your legacy. For more affordable accuracy, go GGP, a new brand of partner.